What's going on YouTube? I am back for another reaction video. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Carrington. I am a singer-songwriter out of Georgia, and I love all things music and entertainment. And today, I'm sure as you can guess by the title, I am reacting to Yebba's new Dawn album. And if you've never heard of Yebba before, she is one of the most emotive, beautiful singer-songwriters I have ever heard. I've been following Yebba for years. I absolutely adore her. The first thing I remember seeing of hers was her So Far performance of her song My Mind, which was her, a microphone, and a guitar, and Mama killed it. And from that point forward, I've been hooked. Like, she is out of this world. I would love to work with her. Yebba, if you're ever looking for a songwriter or somebody to collab with, please call me, beat me. If you want to reach me, when you want to page me, it's okay. Yeah, so I've been following Yebba for years, and her story is so touching. If you don't know, and like, I'm not, putting her business out there. She has been kind of public with her journey. Her mother passed away from suicide, and it's been obviously very hard for her and telling her story and her journey. So I'm just excited. I'm ready to dive in. Before we do that, just like some housekeeping things. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear what you guys think. Have you listened to the album, or are you going to listen to the album after my reaction? If you want to support the channel a little bit further than liking, commenting, and subscribing, I have a Patreon that'll be linked below. If you want to get videos like these early, I'm going to be doing like a curated playlist of music that I'm listening to, music I think you should know. I'm competing to perform as an opening act at the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles, California, and to bring home $10,000. I am currently in 4th place for my group, and it is a free voting-based competition. So you can vote once a day, free 99 on Facebook. And if you like, you can also donate. Generally, the donations are $1 equals 1 vote. And the money raised from this competition is going to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So it's going to a good cause. If you have it to donate, please consider donating on my behalf. If not, free voting is also very appreciated. And you can do it once a day, share it with your friends and family. And I think that's it. So let's get into the reaction. This is how many years? Right off the rip, and I don't want to pause throughout this whole thing because I feel like it's going to make me emotional, and so I really want to sit in the space that she wants me to be in for this project. And this feels like a love letter to her. Like, not this song. I feel like this entire project is going to be like that. Like, okay, to move on. This is like my last like letter to her. And in this song in particular, asking like, how long until I can get over this grief. And I couldn't imagine like losing a parent, especially my mom, and then being expected to kind of continue on living life. And I really just hope she has people around her, loving on her friends and other family, loving her through all that, because it's a lot. So one thing I will say about like the production and the direction that they're taking this song in, to me, Yebba has a very powerful voice when she wants, and I feel like this is almost a whisper, like a silent prayer, or maybe like a conversation between two people that we're really not supposed to hear, or we're like overhearing. It feels very foggy and not quite underwater, but just like there's something in the air in between this conversation between the listener, the speaker, and the person that the speaker is talking to. It is so like palpable. I'm sure she did that on purpose, and I love it. it makes me more emotional thinking about, what she's saying and who she's saying it to. It sounds beautiful. How Many Years is a perfect opener. I would expect no less from Yebba, especially on her debut album. I love it. I love the song. I think it was beautiful. I think it's beautifully written. I think it is emotional. I think it is vulnerable, and I appreciate that it's like lengthy. I think that, again, I've said it in other reactions, songs seem to be getting shorter and shorter. And I think that if the song calls for shortness, great. If it's an interlude or something like that. But, you know, I grew up on albums. I grew up on 3 minute, 4 minute songs. And so that was like just over 3 minutes. And I loved it. I loved that I could get lost in the world that you're trying to build, not only in this entire project, but in that song in particular. So bravo. Next song is Stand. I did get to hear a couple of these early because she did a Tiny Desk concert right before the album came out. I believe this was one that she performed, but I'm interested to hear the difference between the live version and the studio version. Can't wait to listen to this with headphones in because I feel like it's just gonna change the experience. Sing. Sing. This could have been an opener too, I feel. I can't wait to see her live. Jesus. I want merch. I want the vinyl. I have to have this. Sorry, again, I know. I don't want to keep pausing it. I just want to be in the space of the project. But I want to kind of make a note about the stark contrast between the first track and now the second track. In the first track, it seemed like she was whispering, and now to the song's title, it sounds like she's like standing up in who she is, what her voice can do. Again, she's talking to somebody else, kind of asking them, will you stand up in all this BS when it comes? I love the forwardness of her voice. Like, it seems like she's right here against the mic. She's right here in my face. This is my favorite Yebba. What I love, oh my God, not me stopping it at 222. What I love so much about Yebba in general, like, I'm 2 songs into this album and obsessed already. But what I love so much is that as a singer, she makes me want to sing. And that is rare because it's not she makes me want to sing because the song is catchy. Yes, it's that, or there's a hook that she makes me want to repeat. It's she is singing down and I am encouraged to sing. I want to get into the studio. I want to record. I want to create because of her creation. And as an artist, like, that is one of the biggest things that I respect from other artists is, are you pouring into their cup? Yebba doesn't know me, but it's always been like this. Every time I've heard her, I've wanted to deep dive into myself more as an artist. And I just appreciate her for doing that and being so vulnerable and raw on this project. Oh, so good. So good, Yeppa. Oh, first of all, that song's 5 minutes and 20 seconds long. I adore it. It is repetitive, and I get why you're asking this person, like, can you stand in this storm with me? And I'm going to ask you again and again and again to make sure you're sure to give you an out because, shit gets real out here. And as an artist, as somebody who is going through their own, bull, I get that. I get that question so much. And it is interesting to see the similarities in some of the things I've written recently, and what she's talking about. Maybe me and Yebba are sharing some wavelengths. Love it, love it. Perfect song. So the next two, Boomerang and All I Ever Wanted, we've heard. They were singles that came out before the project. I love Boomerang. It really gave me James Bond. We need to let Yebba do one of the Bond theme songs. I think it'd be nuts. So Hollywood, the powers that be, the next Bond movie, call Yebba, let her do the song because she'll knock it out of the park. And then All I Ever Wanted was also an amazing single. Sonically, it plays off of Boomerang. Boomerang has this twang to it, so I'm glad she put them together in the project. Boomerang is shorter, almost feels a little interlude-y. It's a bit more up-tempo, and it's a bit more, not yeehaw, but I can't think of a better like adjective to describe it. I love it. Don't take yeehaw as a bad thing. I love the track. And then All I Ever Wanted seems to be talking about maybe a lover or an ex who moved on, and Yebba isn't quite over it yet. This other person has found someone and found everything in them. And Yebba is saying that all she ever wanted was the person. Like, I don't need everything. I don't need the world. I just wanted you. And, you know, can we do our thing one more time? And I think that a lot of people can relate to that. And I just appreciate her for putting it into words and being very raw and vulnerable about that. I think that vulnerability will be the key component for this entire project. Like, Mama is laying it out and singing down while she's doing it, and I love it. I love it so much. And we're gonna go to track number 5, which is Far Away, featuring A$AP Rocky. I love an album that tells a story. I love it because as a songwriter, that's what I try to do from start to finish. How Many Years gave us this note to her mother saying like, hey mom, to me, this is just my interpretation. Hey mom, you know, I'm trying to live my life as best as I can, but I miss you. It hurts. When will this feeling go away? Then I move on to a lover and I'm asking them to stand in this hurt with me, kind of love me through this until I can get it together. Boomerang, they didn't stand with her because they ain't shit. And she's saying like, hey, what you've done to me will come back to you. You know, karma's a bitch. All I ever wanted was you, the person. They've moved on. And she's like, can we do this one more time? And then we get to Far Away, and I feel like she's at a bar, she's having her cigarette, and really just contemplating about what has happened, what is happening. I don't think she's jaded. She's hurt. And again, I think that's so relatable. I think it's so real. I was surprised when we started with the very intimate, almost a cappella opening, and now we've moved into this very groovy with the drums. It feels kind of funky, which I expect from her. Like, she sings down, so I expect her band to be playing down, and this song has not disappointed. Again, adore this track. I love the A$AP Rocky feature. I think it brings a nice energy to the track and a nice chaos. His verse wasn't so like clean cut. To me, it was kind of all over the place and not in like a sloppy kind of way. I think it was intentional because, again, going back to what I said, interpreting the beginning of the song, you know, I'm at the bar, I'm smoking, I'm chilling with my friends, I'm drinking, something to run away from my problems. The song is called Far Away. And it's like, how far away can I get? How far can I run before I have to deal with, you know, this bullshit, what I'm feeling? Next up is Dawn. And I haven't heard this yet. This is the title track of the album. And I'm a little upset because it's 35 seconds, so it seems like an interlude. However, this is song number 6 in a 12-song project. So perhaps this interlude is like the flip of the project. Like maybe the first 5 songs were the night, the darkness in her life, and now we're moving to a new beginning, a new dawn. That is what I'm thinking, and I'm hoping, because Yebba deserves the world. Like, I just want her to have so much light and love. Like, I'm sending that to her constantly, because she's been through so much, and Mama can sing down, and I just want, the rest of the world to see what I see in her and what so many of her fans see in her. So let's listen to Dawn. So I was right. Dawn is an interlude. No lyrics, just like some wind chimes. It almost sounds like trains. I think of like New York, like waking up in a busy city kind of feel. And I like it. I think it is like a calm cup of tea after a rough night out in Far Away. Next up is October Sky, which I believe was the very first single she released for the project. And I absolutely adored that track. I liked how raw it was, and it feels like early morning, waking up and having your cup of tea at dawn and just kind of playing some jams. It feels intimate. It feels soft. It is definitely the perfect song to come after Dawn. Like, the sequencing in this project, bravo. Sequencing is so important to tell a story, to get through a project. I feel like there's a flow and a rhythm, and I love when an artist can do that well. And I think that Yebba has done an excellent job. Like, this still, Dawn, the interlude, now October Skies, it feels like cool early morning, a powerful, I'm gonna get shit done. This is a new awakening. And then after October Sky is Louis Bag featuring Smino. Again, complete bop. Excellent, excellent feature. Smino did what needed to be done. Yebba is singing down. And I love it. It's fun. It's energetic. It seems like, now I'm getting to some hood rat shit with my friend in the afternoon. Like, I had my tea in the morning, did some yoga, got my mind right, and now, we're about to go do some hood rat shit. So I loved Louis Bag. It's one of my favorite songs off the project so far. I love it all, actually. Like, there hasn't been one thing that I've heard, whether it be a single or something new off the project, that I'm like, I could leave it. Like, I love all of this. After Louis Bag is One More Smile. That's track number 9, and I haven't heard this yet. Ugh. It's only a minute 56 seconds, but it is so heartbreaking. To me, it seems like an intimate moment with her and herself. Like, after doing hood rat shit with her friends, she has stepped away to do a little reflection, and things aren't as good as she wants them to be. And she is reprising the energy a bit from Louis Bag, the previous song. It's like almost foggy again, kind of like the very first track, but she's like persevering through it. So soft. Her voice is a bit lighter in the approach, almost shaky. And I love that she's using different pieces of her voice to evoke that kind of emotion. Sometimes it's hard, it's right in your face, and then sometimes it's like almost like a child, like telling a story, and they're a little bit shy, they're a little bit reserved, and yeah, it makes me emotional. Next is Love Came Down. Okay, I can already hear a dance number. I can hear this in the club. This feels like almost like a 70s kind of like disco. Really, it's kind of giving me One Night Only, excuse me, from Dreamgirls, because she is singing down like Jennifer Hudson's version, but the beat gives me Beyonce's version, which is an interesting combination. I love it. Love the mixing of the energy. I love a dance track that is saying something. Like, yeah, I want to dance, I want to groove, I want to feel good, but also like if your lyrics can touch me, then I can also listen to this a bit deeper. So this seems like the love story has kind of come full circle in that she's finally found a partner that gets it. Like, she wasn't expecting somebody to show up, and they met her with a heart of gold, and it kind of shook her shit up. Like, she was pleasantly surprised. And again, I just think Yebba deserves the world, and I hope that, because we have two more songs left, so I hope that this person is still around and they're still loving on her the way that she needs to be loved on. So yeah, Love Came Down is bop. I enjoy it and I will be listening to it quite a bit. Distance is another single that we heard prior to the album release. And again, it's a bop. It's very intimate. It's smooth. It seems like a reminiscing type song, taking back to the distance, late night cooking in the kitchen. She's talking about like a time when things were a bit easier, when the simple things were making them both happy. And so thinking about that in the placement of the album, I'm wondering if it didn't work out between the lover she's talking about in Love Came Down and in Distance. But yeah, I enjoy the song. Again, I think it's very relatable. I think it's super vulnerable. I think a lot of us have been there in the reminiscing of love that kind of slipped through our fingers. So bravo. Some of the song lengths, I know I've talked about it previously, like the entire album is about 40 minutes long, and some of the song lengths are a little bit shorter than 3 minutes. Some of them are over 3 minutes, but I don't feel like I'm missing anything from the story that Yebba is trying to tell me, and that is what I applaud. Taking the 40 minutes, really it's like 38 minutes, and really like squeezing out every second to tell a beautifully moving story and really catch up the fans that have been there since day one to what's going on so far. What is the story of my life so far? And so I love it. I cannot wait to see this live. We're gonna skip Distance because we've heard it. The last song on the track is called Paranoia Purple. And I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know. We're just gonna listen at face value and then we'll talk about it. Sing, sing. Yebba! That was her mom at the end. Oh, I already wanted to cry in the middle of the song. And then to end it with her mom, a voicemail from her mother, is just so touching. And I think it really brings the album to a beautiful close as like a love letter to not only letting her mom go, but letting go of past hurts from relationships and really stepping into whatever is next. And when I say letting her mom go, obviously not forgetting or, loving her still, but kind of releasing that grief and, stepping into the person that she's becoming. I am blown away by this debut project. I think it was completely worth the wait. Yeah, but I love you deep. I love you deep. And it has been such a privilege to watch your story so far. And, if the universe has it and wills it, I cannot wait for us to work together because you just are magic. Your stories are magic. Your voice is magic. This album means so much to me. It inspires me to be that much more intentional with my art. So thank you for this. Thank you for everybody who worked on this project. You guys should be extremely proud. I can't even pick a favorite song from this. I love the entire project. This album is one that I can see myself listening to start to finish over and over again to really understand what she's trying to tell me as a listener, but also because it's enjoyable. I enjoy the sequencing, and I think it was a beautiful story. If I have to give it a grade, it's an A plus. To me, this is a perfect project. Sonically, I love the production. Lyrically, I love the writing. I love how raw it is. I love how vulnerable it is. A plus, 100, perfect, perfect project. And I can't really wait to sit with it and to get it on vinyl and to get the merch and to see you live. Like, oh, Yebba, this is such a beautiful, heartbreaking project in the best way. Like, I think that if I would have listened to it first off camera, I would have cried, but I'm not a big like on camera crier. So, but know that the emotion I feel is real. It's like right here. I can feel it like on my face. I feel touch. And yeah, you should be extremely proud because this is a beautiful, beautiful project. Please give this album a listen. Let me know in the comments. Have you listened to the album already? What did you think? What would you grade it? What are your favorite songs? Let's have a, conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, you want to see more reactions like this, smash that Patreon button. It really helps out. It helps me create a bit more freely, not worrying about, being a starving artist and all that jazz. And just know I love you guys deep. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll be back soon with another reaction or some kind of, entertainment conversation. All right, peace.